Hello, and welcome to Wild Words. My name is Rich, and this is a podcast where storytelling takes centre stage. A place where we can explore how stories can connect us, be teachers, and inspire us to engage and care for our wild spaces. Think of it as field notes, scribbled into your journal and stuffed into the lid of your rucksack. Or sitting around the fire with friends, old and new, sharing favourite stories and special moments. This next story is one of mine. It's a short love letter to Assynt, myth and legend, and what it can feel like to explore beautiful places with a four-legged friend. So, take a seat by the fire and let's dive in. Mythological beauty. If mythical creatures do exist, they'd be found in places like this. Assynt, in the far northwest of Scotland, is a sparse, quiet landscape where time seems to move slowly. With scattered crofts, empty roads, and vast horizons, it feels like stepping back into a simpler age. Here, the mountains truly meet the sea. More than 1,000 lochs are scattered across the land, while ancient peaks rise abruptly from the moor, jutting from the earth like watchful giants. It feels like the kind of place where history, folklore, music and poetry still speak to one another, very much alive. A place where it's easy to believe that something ancient and hidden still lingers beyond the next loch. It's a place I've come to know over the last year. At my kitchen table in the Lake District, I pored over second-hand maps, paying particular attention to the thing that kept calling me north: water. Earlier that year, I bought a canoe. It had been a few years since I'd last paddled, but I'd begun to notice a change in how I wanted to spend time in wild places. I no longer wanted to rush through them. I wanted to move at their pace, and the canoe could offer this. There are many reasons why people might be feeling the need to slow down. The modern world can feel fast, sickly, and strangely empty. We have access to almost everything, all of the time. Plugged in, switched on, rarely allowing the battery to die. Previous generations had little choice but to make do and live with less. We're having to learn to pace ourselves, say no, and unplug. Sometimes we need to let the battery die, or at least turn it off, to disconnect in order to reconnect with the things that still speak to the wildness within us. The animal with its nose to the ground, dirt beneath its fingernails, quietly trying to remember. From our home, Tang, my rough collie, and I have headed north. We followed motorways before turning onto winding roads that weave through mountains, around lochs, and alongside the sea. My red canoe rides on the roof of the car, second-hand, dented and scarred. Part of the gunwale is missing. It's perfect. It offers access to something sacred, the chance to travel in a way that feels timeless, and by its very nature demands a deeper connection with the landscape. After a day spent paddling, exploring and discovering, we searched for somewhere to sleep. The original plan had been to paddle down the river and camp, but that was quickly abandoned once I saw the current surging towards me. Instead, I found a small sandy beach nearby. Tang jumps from the canoe onto the heather. He darts around before bursting into wide, fast circles. As Norman McCaig wrote, he is like a piece of black wind. The sun drops almost as soon as the fire is lit. Something moves in the darkness, and Tang lets out a low growl, his head fixed close to the ground. I ignore the feeling that we aren't alone. The endless chorus of stags, standing like sentinels on the rocky outcrops above us, are surely something to do with it. Their deep guttural roars echo through the glen, announcing that autumn has arrived. There's something profoundly ceremonial about the sound. as though they are welcoming the colder months. Soon, this place will be transformed. Summer's abundance will fade, replaced by a harsher season for both people and wildlife to endure. Beyond the circle of the fire's warmth and light, the stags continue to roar in complete darkness. Then, something changes. A soft breeze arrives, carrying away the cloud that has draped itself over us. Suddenly, the sky opens to reveal a canopy of stars. Whatever uneasy feeling had been lurking in the long grass disappears. The loch feels magic again. I check the time. 8 o'clock. It feels like midnight. It's far too early to crawl into my sleeping bag. Maybe we should go back out. I glance over at Tang, fast asleep with a belly full of venison. He won't mind. I throw another log onto the fire so we'll be able to find our way back to the camp. Then I push the canoe into the abyss, a scrape and then weightlessness. Every star above Assynt burns brightly overhead, reflected perfectly in the water below. We drift somewhere between the two worlds. The giants of Assynt stand in silhouette. To the west lie the Summer Isles, and beyond them the sea. To the north, lochs I know, places I've visited. I'm wrapped in memory as much as darkness. With my head torch switched off, I can just make out Tang's outline in the front of the canoe. I wonder what he makes of moments like this. He stares out into the darkness, watching the water lap gently against the hull while small fish dart beneath us. Curious. I look back. The fire has shrunk to a tiny orange glow on the shore, a beacon leading us back home. If mythical creatures do exist, they'd be found in places like this.